Converse, maker of superb athletic and casual footwear, presents 1967 basketball highlights. Converse Chuck Taylor All-Stars are specified by more coaches and worn by more players than any other shoe specifically made for basketball. Constantly play-tested and player-requested, Converse All-Stars have been selected again by the United States Olympic basketball team. Hijinks in Old Madison Square Garden as the 30th National Invitation Tournament plays to standing room only in New York. The final matches the Salukis of Southern Illinois against the Warriors of Marquette. Marquette, wearing the dark jerseys, wins the tap. Jim Burke's pass is intercepted by Clarence Smith, and here come the Salukis. But not so fast. Burke gets it back. And he goes all the way to score for the Milwaukee team. At the top of the key for Southern Illinois is their ace, Walt Frazier. Marquette, with a 21-8 record up to this point, moves that ball around the outside. The feed is to George Thompson, who puts it up. And in there! Southern Illinois is 23-2, and they're hotter than pistols for this big game in the big city. And hottest of all is Frazier. Just look at him. There he is now. Bullseye. Once more the Salukis, who heretofore have played in the small college ranks. Dick Garrett's try is intercepted by Dan Anderson, who comes back. Marquette, Brian Brunthorst dribbling along the side. Over to Anderson. Pretty play. And Marquette leads at halftime 34-23. Southern Illinois, sometimes called the Carbondale Crunchers, come back strong in the second period. Methodically, they move that ball around until Benson spots Garrett in the clear. There he is. 2 points. High man for Marquette is their team captain, Bob Wolf. Jim Burke screens for him on a quick jump shot. Again, Marquette, very well coached by Al McGuire, a former New York Knicks star. Bob Wolf's shot is up, but rims the basket. Smith taps the rebound to Garrett, who fires to Roger Bechtold. He's out in front for the layup. More great action as these two fine teams battle for the NIT crown. Frazier recovers the ball for the Salukis, and just look at him breeze down court. He's a terrific ball player, graceful and lethal as well. Bechtold on the outside throws it in for Southern Illinois. Clarence Smith passes down to Frazier. And Walt heaves it on to Benson. And he dunks it. 71-56, the Salukis beat Marquette for the NIT title. And Jack Hartman's boys bring national basketball prominence to their Illinois school. Your Converse basketball film takes a momentary break from tournament play to salute a group of talented kids from the far west. These are the Cheney Studs Courtiers from Tacoma, Washington. Ranging in age from 12 to 14, they're well known on the West Coast for their halftime exhibitions of fancy ball handling. But we'd like to give them a wider audience, so here they are. How's this for a balancing act? Talk about wheeler dealers. Here's one on a unicycle. For precision movements, these youngsters are hard to improve on. Hats off to the Cheney Studs Courtiers of Washington State. At Hutchinson, Kansas, San Jacinto College of Pasadena, Texas meets Moberly Junior College of Missouri in the National Junior College AA Final. The Moberly Greyhounds are defending champions, and the Harrison Stepter scores. That's Richard Vasquez of San Jacinto with the ball. He passes to Steve Cotillo, who turns and drives in for the bucket. Pretty play. Stepter, Tom Thoman, and Frank Price move the ball sharply for Moberly. Price on the near side. Jump shooting. He hits. The Ravens retaliate quickly. Vasquez giving to Wayne Wiedemeyer, who cuts past Stepter. Misses, but the rebound's grabbed by Oliver Taylor. It's good. What a close-fought battle this one is. The lead changes hands 13 times. When Thoman shoots from the top of the key, the score is tied at halftime at 28 all. The Ravens ball. Wiedemeyer's shot is blocked by Bernie Copeland, who passes to Stepter for the race down court. But Larry Pepe does a terrific defensive job on him. Thoman is clear now. Good. After Percy Anderson scores with a jump shot, the game's tied at 55 all, and the Ravens try to break up the Greyhound freeze, but Moberly doesn't falter. With only 14 seconds to go, Stepter provides the winning margin from the foul line. 56-55, they beat San Jacinto for the junior college crown. At Municipal Auditorium in Kansas City, Missouri, St. Benedict's College in white plays Oklahoma Baptist University for the championship of the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics. The Baptists have the ball, but not for long. Don Schuring dribbles down court for the Kansans. A pass to Bill Viewers, over to Ray Weber. Now to Darrell Jones. Into Viewers for the basket. This is another close one. St. Benedict's leads by a single point at halftime, but Oklahoma Baptist continues to keep it nip and tuck in the second period. Led by their big center, Al Tucker, who pours through 47 points to become high scorer for the game, the Oklahomans never let up. That's Tucker again in the pivot. Good basket. But St. Benedict's has something going for it, too. The game's top rebounder, Darrell Jones. When Darrell picks this one off, the nimble team from Atchison, Kansas is on its way toward winning the 30th NAIA basketball crown. Vince DeGree firing a bullseye, and St. Benedict's is on to beat Oklahoma Baptist 71-65 for the tournament title. At Roberts Municipal Stadium in Evansville, Indiana, Winston-Salem faces Southwest Missouri State in the College Division Final of the NCAA. That's Southwest Missouri in the dark jerseys. Merton Bancroft tries from the side and misses, but then he recovers the ball, and now he gets the bucket. Missourians again, but they run into trouble against the Winston-Salem defense. Led by the fabulous Earl Monroe, this team's a mover. That's Monroe with the ball, and he rarely misses. There it is. Winston-Salem leads at halftime, 37-34. The Bears of Southwest Missouri now. Danny Bolden making good on a jump shot. Monroe, the Winston-Salem Rams. His shot rims the basket, and Jenkins fires it to Jim Gummersbach. He's way down court for a hanger. 66-63 in their favor. Once more, the Rams. Johnny Watkins passing to Monroe. Earl racking up another beauty. The Bears' offense is more than matched by the alert Ram defense. Here comes Mr. Monroe again. He goes all the way. Trailing 73-70, the Rams tied up with the first of 2 foul shots by Bill English, and a brilliant layup by Monroe, and the second try misses. Their momentum carries them ahead, and with 5 seconds left, who but Monroe runs out the clock. A thrilling victory for Winston-Salem State College, 77-74 over Southwest Missouri State. How many times in a basketball game has your gaze somehow gone to the sidelines where the coaches suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune? Coach watching is part of this great American game. The tensions, the involvement, and the body English of that leader on the sidelines makes basketball coaches a breed apart. Herewith is a sideline study of how it goes with the men who give the most to this game of basketball. Kentucky is the site of the 29th annual NCAA basketball championship, and Lew Alcindor leads UCLA in the black jerseys against Dayton in the biggest of the college finales. The Bruins press hard as Bob Hooper takes it down court for the Ohio Flyers. A long pass to Don May. He hits. At 7 feet 1 3/8 inches, Alcindor is a tough man in that pivot. He hooks it in there. Undefeated in their last 33 games, the Bruins are kings of the College Mountain. Lucius Allen feeding Big Lou again. The Bruins, in fact, are loaded with talent. This time, Allen intercepts a Dayton pass and then goes in for a jump shot. 38-20 in favor of UCLA. The second half sees a desperate effort to stop Alcindor, but double-teaming the big man merely makes things easier for the outside sharpshooters. There's Lynn Shackelford with a one-hander. Swish! Rudy Waterman of Dayton brings it back. Over to Bob Hooper. On to Don May. Good. Mike Warren of the Bruins. Bill Sweek and Alcindor, who passes out to Warren. Mike's shot misses, but not the follow-up by dunking Lou. The Flyers ball, and Waterman and May team up once more. Pretty. Once more the dominating Bruins from California. This time Alcindor passes out to Warren. Warren hits. Dayton gives it everything they've got. But even though this is one of the best college teams in the land, they're not a match for UCLA. When Glinda Terrain's rebound misses, Alcindor and company take over. Warren going all the way for the basket. UCLA takes all of the marbles in Freedom Hall in Louisville, beating Dayton 79-64 to win the 1967 basketball championship of the NCAA. Every year since 1932, the Converse Rubber Company has named the annual Converse Chuck Taylor All-America basketball team, the oldest and most comprehensive poll in college basketball annals. Here are 1967's top 10. Rutgers University, Bob Lloyd, the finest basketball player who ever played for the Scarlet. Lloyd set 2 records last season, connecting on 60 successive free throws and shooting a phenomenal 92% from the penalty line. Jimmy Walker of Providence College, a clutch shooter and terrific floor general, Walker tallied 851 points last winter for a 20.4 game average. He's also the #1 draft choice of the Detroit Pistons. Larry Miller of the University of North Carolina, a fine outside shooter. Miller manages to hit on 54% of his shots, and he's one of the outstanding stars of the Atlantic Coast Conference. Clem Haskins of Western Kentucky, the gem of the Ohio Valley. In his 3 varsity seasons with the Hilltoppers, he's set 4 all-time campus scoring marks. Clem Haskins. Elvin Hayes of Houston, the biggest thing to hit that town since the Astrodome. 6 feet 8 inches tall, Hayes is blessed with great timing, quick reflexes, and extraordinary mobility. Wesley Unseld of the University of Louisville, a deadly outside shooter and a top rebounder, a man of flawless coordination, speed, and agility. Al Tucker of Oklahoma Baptist University. 3 times he led his conference in scoring, and 3 times he led the NAIA scorers in their colorful tournament at Kansas City. Don May of Dayton University, who averaged 17 rebounds a game last season, and a terrific scorer who saved his best games for the road when the going was toughest. Earl Monroe of Winston-Salem State College, who set an all-time national collegiate scoring record by scoring 1,329 points for a 41.5 game average. And Lew Alcindor, everybody's All-America. Only a sophomore at UCLA, he led the Bruins through an undefeated season and to an easy triumph in the NCAA tournament. At 7 feet 1 3/8 inches, he's a giant of the game. Once more, your Converse basketball film brings you the antics and the skills and the laughter of the famed Harlem Globetrotters, another group in basketball that stands preeminent in its field. That's Meadowlark Lemon, of course, the gayest deceiver in this frolicsome crew. Meadowlark again in the pivot, and just as crazily. Number 30 is Bobby Joe Mason. Hey, watch that dribbling demonstration. That's Mason again. The lovable, lemony clown kings of basketball, the Harlem Globetrotters. Whoa! Wilt Chamberlain jumps against Nate Thurmond as the East and West All-Stars meet for the 17th year in San Francisco. The East, wearing the dark jerseys, has the ball. Oscar Robertson of Cincinnati brings it up. Bailey Howell of Boston. Willis Reed of New York. Reed's shot is up and missed, but Chamberlain has the rebound. And he dunks it. Jerry West of Los Angeles starts a pass around to Guy Rogers of Chicago. Guy's shot is off, but Elgin Baylor of Los Angeles rebounds. He fires to Thurmond of San Francisco, and Nate sinks it. Oscar Robertson, the big O. Into Chamberlain and back out to Oscar. Good. That's Lenny Wilkins of St. Louis in the foreground. Over to Rick Barry of San Francisco, and what a sharpshooter he is. Swish. John Havlicek of Boston passes to teammate Bill Russell. Jerry Lucas of Cincinnati relays the ball, and Havlicek almost loses it, but not really. He's too sharp a player. In he drives to Chamberlain. There's the dunker. The Easterners have dominated this NBA Classic, winning 11 of the 16 games of the series. But they're up against a tremendous West team in San Francisco. Guy Rogers stealing the ball. He fires to Barry. Jerry West has the basket. And they lead at halftime 77-67. Here's slow motion as Robertson brings it down for the East. Over to Hal Greer of Philadelphia. And just watch Greer's smooth jump shot. Pretty. Rogers again. And now Rick Barry, the league's leading scorer. What a superb basketball player he is. It's good. The East fights to get back. Russell is being guarded closely by Darrell Imhoff of Los Angeles. Greer's shot is missed, and Jerry Sloan of Chicago rebounds. Over to Rogers it goes, and by now the West team has its triumph assured. Once more it's a sensational Barry with his unstoppable jump shot. West beats East in the Classic, and NBA Commissioner Walter Kennedy gives Barry the silverware of the MVP. Each year, the Converse Rubber Company is proud to present the top players of the National Basketball Association. From the Major League of Basketball, we now give you capsule portraits of the NBA's All-Star team, the Rookie of the Year, and the most valuable player in the ranks of the professionals, the best basketball players in the world. Number 21 in the white jersey is Dave Bing of the Detroit Pistons, Rookie of the Year. A smooth and superlative player, he led Detroit in scoring and beat every rookie in performance. Oscar Robertson of the Cincinnati Royals, one of the greatest all-around stars that ever played the game. The Big O continues to be one of the very best playmakers in the league. On top of this, he was the league's second highest scorer with a 30.5 average per game. The remarkable and wonderful Oscar Robertson. Jerry West of the Los Angeles Lakers, fourth highest scorer in the NBA. Jerry makes the league's all-star team for the 6th straight year for the accuracy of his shooting and the extraordinary quality of his team play. Wilt Chamberlain of the Philadelphia 76ers, the tallest and strongest man in the NBA. Wilt sets records every time he plays. Though he yielded the scoring title this year, he paced the league in field goal percentage with a brilliant .683, the NBA's most valuable player. Elgin Baylor of Los Angeles, who teams with Jerry West to give the Lakers the most devastating 1-2 punch in the NBA. Not only is he a high scorer and exciting player, he's a fierce competitor with tremendous pride. Elgin Baylor. Finally, Rick Barry of the San Francisco Warriors, new scoring champion. His 2,775 points makes the highest total ever scored by a forward. Last year, he was Rookie of the Year. This year, he jumps to the very top. Rick Barry. The 6th game of the World Championship Final takes place in San Francisco. Philadelphia in the dog jersey leads 3-2. Cunningham's shot is missed, and Thurmond rebounds for the Warriors. Jim King driving the length of the floor for the bucket. That's Hal Greer trying to break through. King blocks a shot over to Chamberlain. Big Wilt getting it, makes the bucket. Here's San Francisco and the incomparable forward, Rick Barry. Just beautiful. Wally Jones dribbles down court for Philadelphia. Over to Lucius Jackson, whose jumper is up and good. Paul Newman tries driving through for the Warriors. His shot is up and missed, and Chamberlain gathers in the loose ball. Over it goes to Jones. Watch Wally go all the way. In there. Newman again. A bounce pass to Barry. Rick's bottled up, but not Nate Thurmond. Pretty. Bill Cunningham tries driving across the key. His shot is up and rims the basket, and Thurmond rebounds. On to Jeff Mullins, and then to Rick Barry. He just refuses to be stopped. And he's got it. The Warriors lead at halftime 72-67, but here come the 76ers. Cunningham's shot is up and missed, and Thurmond rebounds. But Cunningham promptly intercepts the ball. He fires to Wilt, and Chamberlain dunks it. The San Franciscans keep it sizzling. Watch how Barry uses Thurmond for a screen. And another perfect shot. This is a neck-and-neck contest between two terrific teams. Al Attles guarding Greer like a leech. Out to Chet Walker. He may have a shot. He does. It's good. Tom Sherry for the Warriors. He gives to Mullins, who has an eye for the corners. He heads into the corner. Up he goes, and in it goes. But the gallant Warriors bid runs out. In spite of the sensational Rick Barry, who pours through 44 points, and in spite of a battle that is not decided until the final seconds, the big Philadelphia team prevails. Wally Jones passes back to Jackson, who rings home a decisive two-pointer, and the 76ers take the game and the championship 125-122. It's a glorious victory for Philadelphia under coach Alex Hannum, a climactic triumph in the Converse basketball cavalcade of 1967.